Yes, the leadership dilemmas are back, and I have a belter for you today. It's this: Troubadour versus Talisman. Now, you're probably wondering what I mean by both of those words, so let me explain. Well, I find myself today outside the University of Arts in central London, and I was recently chatting to the non-exec of a business where I was MD for 3 years, and he said that since I left, the company hadn't had someone who was really willing or able to go up onto the stage in front of hundreds of employees and convincingly present in a way that G'd them all up and got them out of the trench. Now, I know that's one of my superpowers. I don't have many, and it's great that he recognized that. But what really did push my eyebrows up was when he described it as being a troubadour. He argued that every business needs a troubadour, named after the 11th century musicians who inspired and entertained with their songs and poems. Somebody who fizzes with infectious energy and enthusiasm for the business and its people. But what I've learned recently is that it's a fine line between troubadour and court jester. When you're on stage in front of hundreds of employees, a good deal of whom may in fact be wishing they were somewhere else, dialing up the energy to the max may be just what that audience needs. But if you keep going past the max, you can end up doing a Steve Ballmer. Now, in the likely event you're younger than me, you won't know about this former CEO of Microsoft. I put a link with him in action in the comments, and you'll see exactly what I'm getting at. Dialing it up to the max like that in a room any smaller than an auditorium, like, for example, a team meeting for 10 colleagues, well, that could easily get you into court gesture territory. So while there are times when only a troubadour will do, the rest of the time you need a human talisman or woman on your side. And I reckon the difference between troubadour and talisman is the ability to dial in to what the audience is needing at that particular moment. Sometimes that might mean dialing up the energy, but at choice moments, dialing it back. Because it's when you change your usual pace, that's when people really listen. Keen to hear, as ever, what you think. I'd love to see some examples from you of when a troubadour was what your team needed, and maybe some when a talisman saved the day. See you in the comment section below, along with Steve Ballmer, and I'll see you next time for another Leadership Dilemma.